In the 80s, you could pretty much guarantee that any movie starring Corey Haim and or Corey Feldman would be good.
Really?
Yes.
By the time this movie came out in 1993, not so much. This is Blown Away. I'm Jay Harangue and I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
I'm going to start with a question. Which is the better Corey, Haim or Feldman? I'll put a poll in the comments along with my reasons for voting for Feldman. Anyway, the film starts with Megan, played by a young Nicole Eggert. It's her 16th birthday party and her mum's late. So looks like she's not going to make it.
Yeah, you're right.
It's okay though, because Megan's got a new car.
Yeah, it's all hunky-dory.
1 year later, we meet Rich Gardner. He's the activity head at the High Cloud Village Resort. His brother Wes works there too. On his rounds, Rich sees a girl struggling with her horse and helps her. Oh look, it's Megan.
Hi.
He gives her a ride home on his horse and she invites him to a party that night. But Rich has plans with the guys tonight. That's his brother Wes and these two whose names are irrelevant. All these people do is talk about chicks.
Boys will be boys.
Since the resort's closed for the summer, the bar they're in is pretty boring.
I think we should probably ditch this place and find some women.
So they agreed to go to the party that Megan told Rich about. It turns out Megan's dad is the owner of the resort, and the party is at his house. As soon as they get through the door, Wes starts dancing. When they get downstairs, the dancing continues, but Rich goes off to find Megan. Oh, here she is. I'm not sure why she's wearing this, but whatever.
You know, you really saved my life. I never properly thanked you.
And then they bang. In the morning, Rich tells Megan that when he was younger,
my brother killed my dog.
Why?
I was 11. He was 13. He was angry at my dad.
What did your dad do to Wes?
He beat the hell out of him.
That is an incredible story.
Megan has a pretty grim story of her own.
My mom died last year on my birthday. Car veered off the road and exploded. My father says she was drunk.
Oh no, her dad's home, so Megan tells Rich to hide. Her dad knows she's had a man in his bed, but luckily Rich has managed to escape undetected and get into her car.
Have you ever just wanted to kill somebody?
I know how you feel.
No, I mean really kill them.
Yes,
Who?
my dad.
But you didn't.
Of course I didn't.
That was a bit weird. There's a whole thing going on with this girl Darla, who I think is Rich's ex who he binned off, but it's never really explained. Anyway, Rich has been trying to call Megan, but she's never called him back. But one day she just shows up at his work. They start kissing and Wes decides to watch through the windows.
I'm popping a chubby here.
Okay.
Megan takes Rich back to her house.
It's a nice duck.
And then they bang. Then there's this montage of them having sex everywhere, which finishes with him waking up in her bed after she's left the house. Luckily, Wes was around to pick him up. Rich tries to call Megan again, but she's not answering. So he borrows Wes's car and drives up to her house. And her dad's there.
Mr. Bauer.
Do I know you?
I'm Rich Gardner, sir. I'm a friend of Megan's.
He's like, come in. Megan's inside. Rich is like, Megan, why did you leave me here the other day?
I woke up that morning and I had to be away from you. I suddenly felt so close to you, it scared me.
Later, they have dinner with Megan's dad. Her dad's like, I recognize you, Rich. Do you work at my resort? And Rich is like, yeah, I'm the activity head, and the pay is crap.
Yeah, but the fringe benefits are pretty good, though, aren't they?
Yes, sir, they are.
Then Rich initiates some under-the-table action. When Megan goes for a shit, her dad has a question for Rich.
Is it still just flirting under the table, or are you fucking my daughter? You heard her. I'll choke you to death with your own intestines.
Ooh, you're odd.
The next day, Megan's like, sorry, Rich, I can't see you anymore. So after he's moped around for a few days, Wes convinces him to go after her. He follows her to this biker bar where she dances and everyone starts perving on her. One guy grabs her ass, and that's it for Rich. So he knocks him out and follows her into this disgusting bathroom.
I'm so glad you didn't just leave.
I would do anything for you.
He's probably going to regret saying that.
Yep.
That night, they go to the bar with Wes and Rich's other two friends. When Rich goes for a shit,
We're actually only half brothers.
And which is the better half?
It all depends on what you want us for now, doesn't it?
I'm pretty good at spending other people's money.
And I guess we'd make a great team, wouldn't we?
when Rich gets back, Megan's like, I want to leave. So they go to this bonfire where Megan tells Rich that Wes came onto her and touched her leg.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
You'd really do that for me?
For some reason, even though it's the second time in a week that Megan has said weird stuff about killing people, Rich doesn't seem too bothered. So they go back to Megan's house and then they bang. In the morning, as Rich is about to leave, Megan's dad gets home.
Dad.
I'd like a word with you, Megan, when you're done.
Megan's like, you better go, Rich. He's really angry. When he leaves...
You know, Megan, you're turning into the same lying slut your mother was.
Wow.
That's nice. Understandably, that remark starts a massive argument, and Rich sees Megan's dad throwing his coffee cup at the wall in anger. When he gets back to his room, he sees Wes in bed with Darla.
What?
He storms off and Wes comes out to see if he's alright.
Can you keep your fucking hands off her? Take your shot with her. Fuck off.
Then there's this fight.
Come on. Come on, get up. One more point. Come on.
You don't owe me, Rich!
She's not a good morning person.
Yeah, Darla thinks the fight was over her, but it's actually about Megan.
What an idiot.
Later that day, Rich goes to apologise to Wes, and Wes is like, don't worry, it's fine. He tells Rich he genuinely likes Darla, and that he's not just using her for sex.
Uh-huh.
I never laid a hand on Megan.
Rich is like, I know, I blame her dad.
All right.
So that night, he goes to Megan's house. She's got a black eye, very similar to the ones Rich and Wes have.
Oh, I see.
She tells him her dad did it, because he knew that Rich was there last night. Also, her car got stolen.
You know, I've only seen him this angry a couple of times. We should kill him.
She's like, think about it, Rich. We could be together and we could have all his money. Rich thinks this is a bit weird, so he leaves. Back at the resort,
Wes, stop it. I need to tell him how I feel.
she's like, I'm still in love with Rich. And he's like, well, he prefers Megan. Later, Rich is out riding and he sees a horse.
Come on.
Oh dear.
What a revolting development.
So the police have turned up, and this is Detective Anderson. He's like, yeah, this is a murder investigation. Next we see Rich turn up at the hospital, because Megan has taken a load of pills.
Doctor says she was lucky. She wanted to die.
When Rich goes in to see Megan, she's still trying to convince him to kill her dad.
He killed my mother. She was gonna leave him. He swore he would never let her do it. He said he would kill her first.
Rich is like, you don't have any proof. And she's like, yeah, I know.
Right.
The doctor has told her dad that it would be good if he and Megan spent some time together. But she's like, I want Rich to spend time with us too, Dad. So Rich comes back to the house and then they bang. After they finish,
There's a bomb in his bike. I'll be over tomorrow.
he thinks she's gone a bit too far, so he goes downstairs to try and remove the bomb.
Shit. What the hell are you doing?
I couldn't sleep.
Sorry, I heard noises.
It's my fault. I was just curious.
So Rich goes back to bed and the bomb is still in the bike.
Oh, dear.
The next morning, Megan's dad like, so you obviously like bikes, Rich. Let's go for a ride. On the ride, this happens.
Hey, Rich. Megan said you murdered your wife. You liar!
So he's dead. Detective Anderson is back and he's come to Megan's house. He's like, oh, hi, Rich.
Hi.
This is a coincidence. He asks them a few questions and Rich starts to panic. When he leaves, Megan's like, don't worry, everything is going to work out. But a couple days later, Rich is arrested. They found bits of his jacket in Megan's dad's hand.
I was trying to save him.
Why the hell didn't you tell us that before?
I don't know.
Why were you trying to save him when you planted a bomb in his bike? Why were your fingerprints all over Mr. Bauer's tools? Do you really want to do some serious time for this girl?
It's not looking good for Rich, is it?
No.
Can I have her phone number?
Why?
Nice tits, great ass. Maybe she'll fuck me so I won't investigate her.
Excuse me?
That doesn't seem in any way appropriate, but whatever. Detective Anderson now suspects Rich of Darla's murder too. Wes comes to visit him in prison. He's angry because Rich was fine to kill Megan's dad, but he didn't kill their dad when he used to beat him up.
Okay.
Later, Detective Anderson's like, come on, Rich, just tell us it was Megan and you'll be fine. And he's considering it.
And why is that?
Because it's starting to look a bit like this is what Megan had planned all along. But then she comes to the station to bail him out. She gives him the car that she said was stolen earlier and tells him to meet her at her house later.
Trust me, okay? I've made all the arrangements.
But Rich doesn't trust her and is worried that she may have put a bomb in the car. When he gets back to the resort, he sees Wes, who's packing all his things because he's decided it's time to leave town.
You take care of yourself. I always have.
On his way to Megan's, Rich just can't get this whole car bomb thing out of his head, and he almost crashes. He has another look under the car, and oh look, there's a bomb.
No.
So now he knows what Megan's plan was. Up at her house,
Who are you expecting? My brother Rich? He's dead.
What are you gonna do to me?
Why don't we start by having you take your clothes off?
Why don't you take them off for me?
and then they bang. After they finish,
Wes, I love you.
I can't believe we got away with it.
so Wes and Megan were in this together, and then they bang. But they're not alone.
Wes and his amazing penis.
Come again?
Strange thing to say about your brother.
Yes.
Anyway, Rich is like, I know it was you who put the bomb under the car, Wes. Wes is about to shoot him when...
Rich, he was gonna kill you. He's the one that beat me. He killed Darla. All this was his idea. He was making me do it.
I don't think so.
Rich is like, no, sorry, I reckon it was you. So Megan starts firing at him with 2 guns. He takes cover behind the bed and the police turn up and kill Megan.
Good.
And that's the end of the film. So until next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and check out this other video. Thank you.